Hey, woo. What's up, my party people? It's your boy, Darshaun Smith, back again for another episode of the Positivity Hour, episode 60. 3 steps how to declutter your life. I'm your host, as I said, the government is Darshaun Smith, otherwise known as the Positivity God on all social medias, and exclusively on this podcast as Big D. Roll the intro and let's get straight to it. Woo! Bonk. Now we're back. Okay, so let's get into this. Let me put my other headphone on, my over-ear headphone, and let's talk about 3 steps to help declutter your life. Informally, a big one is you need to resist the slave mind. And that's a big one a lot of people just can't seem to grasp. Another one is you got to do the essence of this next one. Hey, yo, bro, you better be staying positive, man. You better be living your best life, man. You better be getting this money, man. You better be doing your thing, man. You better be doing your thing. Now, if you identify as woman, there are women and other people who watch my podcast, just because that says man a lot doesn't mean we're excluding you, okay? Here in the positivity realm, the stay positive metaverse, I'm going to create because, hey, shoot, man, if we're going to get rich off this metaverse thing, I might as well, claim my little spot in the cut, you know what I'm saying? And we are inclusive. I say all that to say, we are inclusive of all people. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter if you're transgender. Doesn't matter if you, like, someone just like you or different or an animal. Okay, that might be frowned upon actually. But like you understand the concept we're going for here. And all that being said, let's talk about keeping the structure of how my podcast usually is. Let's talk about how I've been since the last one, since it is relevant to obviously this episode we're about to record today. And I'm great. Last Thursday, like the day after I posted the day after I posted the previous podcast episode, I had like an existential crisis, and I was like questioning everything. I almost dropped out of college that day, not because like things were like super bad, but just because, some of the like research I was doing really had my head, hurting, and I was questioning, my abilities and such, just some normal human things, as I said to my mother the other day, I'm a normal human being. I go through all the same things as other people. The difference is, and the reason why I'm still posting this podcast episode, the reason I still read that 60-page article for the next day, the reason I still was motivated to like not give up was the mindset. And that's very important. And I'm glad that, although for a little while I was like over here, like questioning my whole existence, I knew at the end of the day that if I just, took a step back, took a deep breath in, deep breath out, and just was like, hey, break it down. Okay. And then I broke it down. I understood. I applied knowledge and I got through it. Okay. And because of that, now we're going to talk about 3 steps on how to help declutter your life. Okay. A lot of this comes from the Instagram post I posted on my photography account the other day. Specifically, if I email it to myself, which I probably won't. So you should just go follow me on Instagram, _positivity, or not the one, _photography_god. I have like 8 of those accounts. So you should go click the link tree in the description below and just, go peruse through and see what you find. But my photography one, I've been posting, on that a little bit more frequently. I do it twice a week, bare minimum, same as these podcasts. They actually go up a day before these podcasts. So, and in yesterday's picture, I had posted a picture like a mile or 2 away from, the old Capitol building here on campus at the University of Iowa. And in the picture, I didn't notice it during the time, but I after like processing the image, I noticed you could see the Capitol pretty clear in the background, but because I'm slightly elevated on a hill, and just like the old Capitol is, and you could see the earth like go down and come back up, you could see the little valley, we'll say. And because of that, you can see all the power lines and the trees in the way, but how it is, it's like a boulevard, median in the middle, some trees on either side in the middle. But how I took the picture was perfect. You could see the gold dome and everything. And had thought about the concept of like your life being cluttered, the main picture of what you're going for just being cluttered from unnecessary things, such as those power lines, such as in some cases the bird flying into my shot, such as the car coming across the screen blocking everything. But luckily I took like 100 pictures of that picture and I found one to post. But that being said, the caption I posted was this. It was a quote from Eleanor Brown I found, and I have a whole quotes board, we'll say. And I posted this. I put this in this, and I went through, and it was very relevant to this. So this quote from Eleanor Brown did inspire these 3 steps to declutter your life, because she's speaking facts. But obviously, and I'm not trying to copyright or anything like that, so I'm gonna put my own little pizzazz on it. But let me read what she has to say about clutter, and we'll get into this video. So the quote goes: clutter is not just physical stuff, it's old ideas, toxic relationships, and bad habits. It's anything that does not support your better self. Okay. I added the okay. You see what I'm saying? I told you I was gonna add my little pizzazz. You know what I'm saying? But everything else was one for one for like what Eleanor had said, and she brings up some good points. So like I want to build off of these. So like she brings up this is the first step, or this is the first concept, and that I'll give you the step to how to declutter your life. So the concept of old ideas, as I say in every one of these episodes, to some degree it always comes down to your mindset. It comes down to your ability to think through a situation. It comes down to your ability to how are you under pressure. It comes down to your ability to how to differentiate between like the real ones, the fake ones, how to differentiate things that'll make you money versus lose money, and so on and so forth. This is what I'm talking about. So your first step on how to declutter your life in terms of like your mindset is to be deviant. Not getting aggressive. Wow, Darshaun. But be deviant, like it is okay to like not associate with people you don't like. It is okay to not go to that party, like I didn't do last night. It is okay to stay 5 minutes late after lecture and talk to your professor so you can actually understand the concepts, unlike everyone else who was just happy the bell rang and they dipped. Okay, like it's okay. Like these are old like concepts that we're just kind of like socialized in, and that aren't really like built to set us up for success. So what I'm saying is, when I say like the mindset thing, I'm saying you need to thrust yourself into your own driver's seat, because you are the ultimate conductor of your life, and you're the only one who can call the shots. If you allow other people to do it, are you truly living your life? And a lot of people, they're on autopilot. They're just surviving, or they're just this or that. It does not take a lot of money out here to be wealthy. It does not take a lot of a lot of mental capacity to like try to educate yourself. Like that's the whole point. Like if you don't know something, go educate yourself. It's the mindset. It's the situational depression. I was talking about this last night with my mother. And it's like, if you feel depressed, and like this is the old ideas thing. If you feel depressed when you think about old ideas, that is like a biological trigger telling you something needs to change. And if you're not gonna change it, someone else around you should. And that's what comes into the next one, which is toxic ideas. This concept of toxic friendships is what Eleanor Brown said exactly. And if you do not, this is like your second step of how to declutter, things in your life. Eleanor Brown, like I said, talks about toxic relationships, and it goes, in like mine with the mindset thing. If you have, if you're in a, you got a girlfriend or something who, who's like not, contributing too much to your life, or not even at least attempting to, like there's a difference between like completely like just messing up and then like at least trying a little bit, or no one's perfect, okay? For example, I don't eat a lot of sugar, okay? But the other day I really wanted a donut, okay? And then when I actually bought myself a donut, because I hadn't eaten anything sweet in 2 months, I ate 10 donuts, okay? I had a little sugar relapse, but it's okay. It's okay. It's just part of the process, okay? As long as it's not an everyday occurrence, you're good. I must say, the first 5 donuts I enjoyed, but after the last 5, I was like, I have to throw these away. I just wanted one, okay? But sugar's addicting. But I say all that to get back onto the topic of toxic friendships, that the second way to declutter your life is to declutter your phone book of people you can actually rely upon. I was talking about, getting old ideas out of your head and situational depression and changing something in your life. And if you can't change it, then you need to get other people in your life who can. And this is what you replace toxic friendships with. You replace these friendships with people you can count on in a pinch, financially per se, maybe, or even people who call you consistently to, make sure you're doing well, or they call you to network, or say every time you meet up with these people, it's hey, I want to introduce you to this person. They taught me this. Hopefully they can show you the way, or something like that. Or, this person is doing this. I think we should all get on this. You want to get on people who are on positive things, positive time, positive motives, whatever you want to say, who are just trying to level up in life, because that's what, decluttering your life is all about. It's about just becoming the better, best self as soon as possible, because life is short. You could be gone tomorrow. So you might as well try to make the biggest, most positive impact on this world you can today. Because if you're not going to do it today, you might as well not do it at all, okay? There's a difference between taking a break, and just saying, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. No. Those are two different things. Now, lastly, this is perfect. Bad habits, okay? Eleanor, Brown here talks about bad habits. And this is the third, I would say, most important way of how to declutter your life. And most importantly, just how to level up as a whole. You just need to lose your bad habits, okay? Like I had said, me and sugar and donuts, okay? I used to eat a lot of sugar, I used to drink a lot of Kool-Aid, okay? And I meant the Kool-Aid to where you'd stir it up and there's still a little sugar left at the bottom Kool-Aid, okay? It was that oh yeah, that kind of Kool-Aid, you know what I'm saying? And I don't get it twisted, it was great. But if I drunk that a little bit longer than I had, I would have got diabetes. And yeah, that's just bad. But same thing goes with the food you eat. If you eat unhealthy all day, every day, well, what do you think's gonna happen? Okay. If you don't drink water consistently, like I'm about to do right now, you should pull one out for the gang, drink one for yourself. If you don't have your best interest at heart in terms of what you do habitually, you will not set yourself up for success. And that is the whole point of decluttering your life in the first place. That is the whole point of trying to become the best self possible, so you can, get into a situation to where you can pass something on to your kids. You can get into a situation that if one of your family members needs you, they know, hey, 319-202-0137, give me a call. Yes, that is my own personal phone number, and I don't really mind putting it out there. It's already public, okay? Yeah, I'm already gonna have to get a second phone if I actually do, blow up. And I already get spam calls all the time, so whatever, it's just part of being, in the limelight, we'll say. But hey, I don't want the limelight. You can turn one of these lights off. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, look at this dynamic. Hey, for serious talks, I should do this. If you're watching the podcast, let me know what you think about what's happening right now. But if you're listening, well, it's an audio for a podcast for a reason. But yeah, back to the lights. I kind of want to get another studio light, but yeah, that's conversation for a different time. But back on topic about, ending bad habits, it comes down to the way you speak, to people, how you speak to yourself, how you speak, or more importantly, what you don't say to people. Sometimes it is better just to be like, hey, I've been messing up, or hey, I've been trying to do better, but I took a step back. That's part of life, okay? That's when you think about it, the concept of 2 steps forward, 1 step back, It's called balance, okay? Like when you're walking, like how do you balance yourself, especially when you're brand new? Like when you're new to something, yeah, you might take a couple steps backwards, but that's just to catch your balance. A step back is like literally back to your comfort zone. And as long as you don't stay there, that's what's important. So if anything, if what you can learn from this, like I said, from the 3 steps, I put up 2 fingers for those watching, that's funny, or listening, 3 steps that you could take away from this, is, it's all about getting rid of those old ideas. It's about, ending toxic relationships and replacing them with better ones. And most importantly, replacing bad habits with ones that are productive and that will get you somewhere in life. And you do those things by, thinking outside of the box, or educating yourself, or being in the 1%, as I would say. When everyone hears the concept of, oh, I'm a 1%er, they just think money. No, being a 1%er is way more than just the amount of money you have access to, your wealth or net worth or whatever. Excuse me. It's the mindset you have. It's how you talk to people. It's how you dress yourself. It's how you move throughout the world. It's the energy you exert. It is very true that you get what you give, okay? And that really comes down to ideas, but it also plays into the toxic relationships. You got to get rid of those friends that only drink, only smoke, and don't do anything else. You got to get rid of those friends who are always saying, I don't know if you can do that, bro. No, man, get out of my life, bro. I want you to hype me up. Okay, like that's what you need to do. Okay, like you got to think, I could think of a perfect example. Back in the day, I had some friends or whatever, like when you're with them, you feel like you could do anything. You could walk up to that super attractive woman that you're not gonna get the number from or whatever, but like, hey, at least they gave you the confidence to go do it. You know what I'm saying? And that applies for other realms. It goes for investing money. Okay, maybe you're not the most knowledgeable, but maybe together as a collective, you can think of ideas or gain the confidence or knowledge, more importantly, to go invest in an asset, not something such as a liability. We'll say, you're buying a triplex with the gang or something like that, or you are house hacking or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You need to have those types of people around you who will encourage you to be great and who will want to build and grow with you. And lastly, the thing that's most important here is getting rid of those bad habits. And you do that by, resist the slave mind. You got to stop doing what everyone else is doing. And it's so funny because if half the people watching or listening to this really did what I am talking about, I would see a couple more people in the world, just living their best life. But that's the whole point. We're socialized to not resist the slave mind, which means if you can resist the slave mind, you are standard deviations ahead of the rest. Okay, having this conversation, it clears my mind, and this is why I say I don't have friends. I haven't found those people personally that in my new surrounding that will level me up, or that I can help level up. Because it's a relationship who I can help grow their business or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no free handouts in life, but I would like some knowledge, or whatever. So I'm working on all of this myself. This was 3 steps on how to declutter your life. It's been, it's the Positivity Hour. It's been the Positivity Hour, episode 60. Let me know what you think. Okay, there's a poll in the bottom part. You should go vote on it if you're on Spotify. But yeah, outside of that, almost 20-minute episode. So make sure you like, subscribe, unsubscribe, hate, comment, dislike, follow, unfollow, share, report. I don't care what you do, as long as you're staying positive or at least trying your best at the end of the day. Yeah, let me know if you have any other topics that you want to see talked about. Like I said, my sister did post one in the comment section the other day, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I get DMs occasionally and I'll add it to the list. So with that being said, it's been your boy Darshaun Smith, aka the Positivity God, otherwise known as Big D, and we out. Woo! Bonk.